Hey, what's going on YouTube? Explosive Movement Patterns back again with yet another
Oh, I
video.
thought
What
you
I
were
got
gonna
going
jump
on is
off
two
it backwards
workouts
and
for
jump
one
back on it.
video. I got my Wednesday workout, which was Olympic lifting and plyo, specifically depth jumps and some hurdle hops, things like that. And then Friday was all plyos, and I'll really talk more about the Friday workout later. First, what I want to talk about on the Wednesday workout is something pretty important that I think needs to be talked about. And really, I have to set it up because what happened was during the workout, me and my friend were working out, and we were just messing around, like grabbing her and whatever. And I took off on my right leg, and I stepped kind of weird, kind of twisted my knee a little bit. And so it hurt the rest of the workout. And the depth jumps weren't feeling that good, so I really wasn't able to get that many reps in. And even the reps that I did get in weren't the quality that I usually like. And so that was really, really discouraging to me because depth jumps take such a big priority, such a big emphasis within my training because they're so important and they're so helpful when it comes to developing that explosive power that you need for jumping, sprinting, pretty much anything involving your fast twitch muscle fibers. And those are so important to me and important to my training that when I really wasn't able to do the quality, it was discouraging. And I'm only doing 3 really intense structured workouts a week, so I really want to get the most out of these sessions. But when I was looking at it, I thought, now's not the time to, get discouraged, get down on myself. The workout doesn't have to be a bad workout. You don't have to have a failure when it comes to a workout. Because, I was hurting, but it wasn't pulling like a stop. After you do something like pull a hamstring, you seriously to yourself, like, stop the workout. By all means, you need to stop. Because you don't want to have an injury that prevents you from training. So, it prevents you from reaching your goals or expectations of yourself. So what I did is I was like, you know what, man, the workout hasn't been great so far, but I'm gonna salvage this workout. I'm gonna make sure that I do well. So what I did is I just hit the hang cleans that I did pretty hard, and I hit, I believe, 6 sets of 3, although a couple of them I did 4, and I think one of them I did 2. And the form on these wasn't great, but it's getting better, and the explosiveness was pretty good. And even though my knee was hurting, even though it was tough to get the proper form down, to get the proper hip extension, the right movements, I was still going at it really hard. I was still really focused and really intent on making sure that the workout wasn't wasted. And that was really important to me because at the end of the day, when I was done, I felt like I had, accomplished something during that workout. I felt like that I had progressed towards reaching my goals, my expectations of myself. And it was really through this focus and this intent on making sure that the workout was not wasted that I was able to push through, power through. Because when you look at it, training like this explosive training with a long-term goal is really, really tough, especially psychologically, because what you have to realize, you have to be really patient because the gains aren't all going to come at once. You're going to have to take your time, you're going to have to trust in what you're doing, and look at your program and see, alright, I'm doing this and I'm not going to see results right away, but in the long term, I'm going to see a lot of results. And that's tough because counter with that, actually during your workout, you have to make sure that every rep, every single second that you're doing the exercise is explosive, is powerful. You're trying to improve with each single rep that you do during the workout. Otherwise, you're not going to be, maximizing your potential during that said workout session. And so it's really this tough mental balance of, trying to get your nervous system firing and making sure you're explosive all the time during your workouts, but at the same time being patient and realizing, hey, this is a process. It's going to take some time for me to get to where I want to be. And that's really tough, but it's that mental balance that you have to find in order to make sure that you're achieving what you need to. Because during this workout, my knee was hurting. I was like, you know what, man, doing a lot of high intensity plyometric movements, that's not going to be good. I could hurt myself. That's disappointing to me because I wanted this workout to be great, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, but it's not, I'm not hurt to the point where I can't work out or something. And all right, what do I have to do? And so then, I figure now, I'm just going to really hit the Olympic lifting hard, get work on something that I need work on anyways, and I'm going to improve in that sense. So, I'm not wasting the work and I make sure that all my movements are explosive. And that was really the story of that Wednesday workout. I was making sure, and the lesson I'm trying to bring to this is that even if you're having a bad workout, it doesn't have to be a bad workout. You can always get something out of it. You can always get something out of a workout. Whether it's mobility, whether it's core strength, whether it's doing different exercises to get explosive, you can always get something out of a workout, despite any challenges or setbacks that you might get. Now that was the Wednesday workout. Now moving on to the Friday workout, which you're going to see some really bad bounds by me because my regular bounds, alternating leg bounds, are pretty good. And the reason I do bounds is because I'm a triple jumper and a sprinter, and bounds help you obviously with triple jumping, horizontal distance, and sprinting because it helps maximize your rate of force when you hit the ground. But it's really a great exercise for any explosive athlete. It's gonna make you quicker, faster, make you jump higher. Pretty much anything explosive, it's gonna help you with, especially the single leg bounds. The single leg bounds are really tough, and the main focus of this was working on each individual leg. And what you're going to see is that my single leg bounds are looking horrible. Absolutely horrible, especially my left leg. I'm leaning over to the left side. They're really short, really choppy. I'm not getting, full leg drive. But, that's the point is, it's a process and I'm going to get better. And I'm definitely going to start incorporating a lot more bounds into my training program because, these are absolutely killing me. And it's just, if I can improve on these, I'm going to see my athleticism go up so much. And one thing you're gonna see is I'm doing these as I'm doing these like concrete or asphalt, and I really would not recommend doing that. I'm certainly not gonna do that anymore, just because the pressure on your joints is too much. I would recommend doing these on grass or turf, maybe track, but I wouldn't recommend it doing on track all the time. But I love the bounds, and I'm definitely gonna be incorporating a lot more of them in the weeks to come, getting more unilateral work in, single leg movements going on, because one thing I've noticed is that my hip flexors in my left side, my left hip flexors, aren't as strong as my right, and that's something I really need to work on, and doing single leg work is going to help me out a lot with this. So a lot of bounds and a lot of these single leg tuck jumps that you're going to see. Regular tuck jumps themselves are pretty hard, so when you put that single leg aspect into it, you're really, really working on your explosiveness, really working on your reactive ability, making you a more powerful athlete. And the goal of these exercises is to make you more explosive, but also to make you more explosive in the hip area, because that's where you're going to get most of your power from, is from the hip. And there's two types of athletes: knee dominant and hip dominant. And I'm going to discuss that more in a later video. But basically, what I'm trying to do is make sure I'm getting a lot of power from the hip. And I'm not saying you shouldn't get any power from like your knees or your anterior chain. Your anterior chain is really important, but a lot of people neglect the posterior chain, and that's what I'm trying to focus on with these workouts. But basically the point of this video: Wednesday's workout kind of rough, not that great, but I still managed to salvage it. Friday's workout, a lot of problems with the bounds, but at the end of the day, it was a really great, really explosive workout that I feel like is going to help me progress moving forward and achieve what I want to. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been Explosive Movement Patterns, signing off. See you.